Good morning, Pisces. This is Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to do your daily check-in. Today is June 30th, 2026, but when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. We'll pull some oracle cards and then some tarot cards to get an overall feeling of the energy for the day. Let's call in spirit. Okay, Pisces, let's pull some oracle cards first to get an overall feeling for the day. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Welcome if you're new. My name is Angela, and welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for being here each and every day. Okay, let's see what the energy looks like. Spirit, message for Pisces. What do they need to know at the time they're viewing this reading, please? What does Pisces need to know, Spirit? We have everyone is a little different. One more, please, Spirit, for Pisces. Okay. It says, look closely, ask questions, think before acting. Okay. So the word is investigate. So, I'm getting a feeling like, this is like the Mad Hatter. So this is the Alice in Wonderland Oracle deck. To look closely, ask questions, think before acting, because everyone is a little different. In other words, it's like the Mad Hatter. Like everyone has a little bit of something that they deal with, okay? So it's like there could be somebody coming in, maybe somebody new in your life, somebody you meet, whether it's a friend or a romantic interest or something like that. And Spirit is asking you to look really closely at this person. Make sure you're asking questions. Think before acting. And everyone is a little different. So keep that in mind. I don't feel like there's a warning here. That you can't judge a book by its cover is what I'm hearing from Spirit, in other words. Let's pull some tarot cards and get an overall message for you. You can't judge a book by its cover. So the way somebody looks may not necessarily be how they are. Kind of like a dating app, in other words. So maybe you're swiping only because you're looking at the physical, but you don't really know who this person is. So everyone is a little different. Make sure you're looking very closely. Ask questions and think before acting. And I think that can go both ways. Somebody may be really, handsome or beautiful, and you swipe right or left or however that works. And because you're attracted to them. But what Spirit is saying here, everyone is a little different. Okay, we're all mad here, is what it says on the card. So investigate, ask questions, think before you act, and don't just jump into meeting this person. And then vice versa. Don't just swipe off of something just because superficially it may not be aesthetically what you would want. That kind of feeling is what I'm getting here. Let me shuffle one more time. And cut the deck. Spirit, message for, okay. We've got the Four of Cups reversed. The Empress. Message for Pisces, please, Spirit. We have the Five of Wands. Message for Pisces, please, Spirit. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. I feel like there's some unresolved issues, or there's no forward movement at this time. With the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana being in the shadow for what you don't see. There could be like unfinished business, or an unexpected result or event coming through for you. We'll go back and clarify. First card out of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. You have a new outlook on life at this time. There's something unexpected coming in that's going to give you some type of new hope or a new outlook on life. There's a lot of growth that is happening with you right now, Pisces. There's some type of internal conflict you're going through right now, though. We'll go back and clarify what that's about. But there's an unexpected event or situation coming in. It's bringing in hope, growth. But there's some type of internal conflict here. And I know I'm repeating myself just so I can put my head around this. I think the conflict within is because you don't trust anyone. So when these oracle cards came out, it's like everyone is a little different. And like she's side-eyeing. I feel like you're in a place here where you don't trust anybody. So there's something coming in unexpectedly. Maybe you're meeting somebody new. And there's a lot of hope in this situation and growth. But you have this internal conflict because you don't trust anyone. So Spirit is saying to look at this person or event closely, ask questions, and think before acting. Perhaps that's what you need to do in order to gain trust. It feels like you may have gone through something in your life, Pisces, where you have all this internal conflict about trusting another person because somebody broke your trust. Please clarify this. Okay. King of Pentacles, reversed. Please clarify the Empress. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Please clarify the Five of Wands, please, Spirit. The Strength, reversed. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles here. So I feel like you're feeling like there's new hope in a situation because you've done a lot of growing here. You've worked on yourself here. You've been laboring and really being methodical about getting the work done, the internal growth. Perhaps because you've gone through something where somebody really blindsided you in your lifetime, maybe left you out in the cold, hurt you, made you wounded. left you alone, abandoned you, whatever it is, you have this internal conflict where you feel like you're not strong enough to do this again. There's an event coming in here where you may be meeting this character, this Knight of Pentacles. Where they may not be consistent. So it's giving you like red flags maybe. So maybe you're meeting somebody. They seem to be inconsistent. So what Spirit is saying here is to look closely at this person. Make sure you're asking questions. Don't just jump the gun and just assume they're like your past because they're being inconsistent about something. Maybe they're not returning your calls right away, or they're not texting you back right away, or something like that. There's an event coming in here where somebody's going to be inconsistent. You have hope about this person. You've done a lot of growing. You've really worked on yourself. But you feel like there may be red flags. There's this internal conflict, and you're like, I can't go down this road again. I don't know if I'm strong enough. Because of what you've gone through in the past, where you don't trust anyone. What is this event? Please clarify this Wheel of Fortune. This unexpected. Queen of Wands. Somebody's coming in with a lot of passion. And the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's wanting to offer you something. This could be a romantic interest. I was actually looking at this as the Knight. This is the King of Pentacles. It could be as well with this King of Pentacles, this person that you might have new hope about that's coming in. Is going to be offering you something here, something with a lot of passion. Maybe they've told you they cheated in the past, and that gave you a big red flag because you've been cheated on before. But it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do that again. So look closely, ask questions. Think before you act. We're all a little mad. I feel like what Spirit is saying, we all have junk. So everyone is a little different. Everyone has their shit that they've gone through, they've done, they regret, things like that. Nobody's perfect, in other words. And even if you see red flags, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, you need to look closely, ask questions. There's somebody that's coming in and offering you some type of passion here. This person can be very attractive, very sincere, can tend to be very confident. But maybe they have something about their past. And you've done a lot of work on yourself. Perhaps because you've gone through something similar. Maybe you don't think you're strong enough to deal with this, or strong enough to start a new relationship, because you don't want to be left out in the cold again. You don't want to be wounded again. So look closely, ask questions, investigate. Get to know the person is what I'm feeling here from Spirit. What is the outcome here? We have the High Priestess. What is the outcome here? So I feel like you're going to follow your intuition and you're probably going to stay independent. So it feels like you may be meeting somebody new. I don't know if this is a romantic partner, business partner, something like that. You're going to feel like this person has some issues. You're going to investigate. You're going to look really closely at this. You're going to decide perhaps maybe you don't want to go down this road because of what you're seeing. You're going to follow your intuition. You're going to follow your intuition, if I could talk. And you're going to stand in your independence. I feel like what Spirit is saying here, no matter what happens here, whether you give this person a shot or whatever, you're still this independent person who is full of intuition to follow. You can always walk away. So investigate, ask questions, think before you act, use your intuition. What is the advice? What is the advice? Judgment reversed. The advice is to stay awake. Don't be closed-minded. And the Queen of Cups reversed. So I feel like what Spirit's advice is to keep your eyes open. Don't be blinded by this attractive person. Make sure you're investigating, doing the work. And trust yourself. Awaken to trusting yourself and following that intuition when it comes to somebody else. I want the T on this person. I'm just going to pull a what's the T on this individual coming in real quick. I can't stand it. I got to know. Quick shuffle. What's the T on this person coming in, this Knight of Pentacles? What's the T? What's the T on this individual, please, Spirit? What's the T? Screenshot, get evidence, proof, facts. That's exactly what we're talking about here. So, look closely. Maybe there's something you're seeing on the phone or a picture. Getting evidence, proof, facts. You're going to be investigating this person. One more. What is the T on this Knight of Pentacles? What's the T? So the T is that this person may be wasting your time. And I did see that where they may like ghost you at times and then come back in. I feel like they're going to be wasting your time. So investigate this, look closely, ask questions, think before you act, get proof, look at the evidence here. They may be wasting your time. They may be stuck in a situation here. Follow your intuition about this person. Stand in your independence. Awaken to, following your gut instinct here when it comes to this person. They may be wasting your time. I feel like they're going to come and go. Like, they may be, like I said, you could be like looking at dating apps or something like that, or this could be something else, but it's like you connect or something, and then you start talking, and then they ghost you, and then here they come back. You need to really investigate this person. Everyone's a little mad here. Everyone has their stuff. But you've been through something here, Pisces. You know how to follow your intuition about people. They're going to be coming in with a lot of passion here. There's an unexpected event coming in where you're going to meet somebody. But get your evidence about this person first. They may be wasting your time. Let's pull an oracle card to finish up your reading here, Pisces. This could be business. This could be romance. Take it as it resonates. This could be a friend or a so-called friend. Spirit, message from the Akashic Records to finish up the reading for Pisces, please. It says, honor yourself. Recognize the hard work you put in to get where you are today, and I feel like you've done that. Instead of thinking how far you still have to go, remind yourself of all that you've accomplished and be proud. I do see that you've gone through this, working very hard in order to grow. I feel like you've gone through stuff in the past. You have this internal conflict, like you don't think you're strong enough to deal with people like this, but you are. You're not going to be left out in the cold anymore. You're going to follow your intuition. You're going to stand in your independence. You're going to see the red flags. You're going to see that people are wasting your time. You need to awaken to this and trust your intuition when it comes to people. Make sure you're investigating, looking closely, asking questions before taking action. Everyone's a little different, okay? Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm going to leave the message there. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons if you want to, and I'll see you tomorrow for your daily. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.